You know, sometimes being a superstar in the NFL comes with the strangest moments. And this one with Jamar Chase might be one of the weirdest yet. We all know Chase loves to break out the griddy every time he scores a touchdown. It's his signature move, and Bengals fans love it. But recently, fans started asking him to griddy on demand whenever they met him. Think about that for a second. Imagine walking up to one of the best wide receivers in football and saying, "Hey man, can you dance for me?" That's exactly what was happening, and Chase wasn't having it. His response, "I'm not a circus animal." And honestly, who can blame him? He'll keep doing the gritty on the field, and he's even taught teammates how to do it. But asking him to perform it off the field? That's crossing the line. But before we dive deeper into this story and more Bengals updates, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss the latest Cincinnati Bengals news. Now, let's move on. This whole situation really shows the kind of bizarre attention star players deal with. Jamar Chase is one of the best receivers in the game today, and fans should be talking about his touchdowns, his routes, and his dominance, not treating him like some dancing sideshow. Here's the thing. Nobody should be walking up to an NFL superstar and asking them to dance. That should be common sense. Most of us can agree. It's just strange. And sure, maybe some of these requests came from kids. That would make a little more sense. But if it was adults doing this, that's just flat out awkward. Imagine a grown man walking up to Jamar Chase and saying, "Hey bro, can you gritty for me real quick?" It almost feels like something out of an old school mobster movie where someone says, "Dance for me." Except now it's happening in real life with one of the league's top wide receivers. And honestly, you've got to feel for Chase here. He's been dealing with more than his fair share of odd situations. Remember when that fan exposed him on a plane just because he signed an autograph? Or now, being treated like he's just entertainment on demand. Chase is one of the best in the game, a cornerstone of the Bengals offense. But sometimes it feels like people forget he's a human being before anything else. What I'd actually love to see, though, is Chase putting his own spin on Bengals history. Think back to Chad Johnson, one of the greatest entertainers Cincinnati ever had. We all remember his creative touchdown celebrations. And last year, Chase even hinted that he might pay tribute with one of Chad's signature moves. The only problem? It never happened, because he didn't score in that particular game. Bengals fans were waiting, hoping for that nod to Cinco, but it just didn't come. Maybe this season, we finally get to see it. Here's where things get even more interesting. Chad Johnson, the king of creative touchdown celebrations, has already gone on record saying he'd cover the fine if Jamar Chase pulled off one of his iconic dances. Think about that. One Bengals legend offering to pay for another star's celebration, just to keep the tradition alive. That's the kind of Cincinnati connection fans dream about. So why hasn't Chase done it yet? Maybe he's saving it for the perfect moment. A huge primetime game, a playoff stage, or maybe even against the Buffalo Bills, the team he originally wanted to do it against last season. Imagine the hype in that scenario. The crowd would explode. Social media would go crazy, and it would instantly become one of the most talked about moments of the year. But there could be another layer to this. Chase has been very public about wanting to do the celebration, and the NFL doesn't usually take kindly to players announcing their plans to break the rules. It wouldn't be surprising if the league quietly warned him that if he went through with it, the fine would be a lot heavier than normal. Not a suspension, nothing that extreme, but a statement fine that says, "We told you not to do it, and you did it anyway." The funny part is, Cinco already promised to handle the bill, which makes this whole thing even stranger. If the money isn't the problem, then what is? Is Chase protecting his image? Is he just waiting for the right stage to make it unforgettable? That's what makes this situation so fascinating. The build-up is almost bigger than the celebration itself. I'll be honest, I never thought I'd make a video where I'd have to say this, but here we are. Please, don't walk up to NFL players and ask them to dance, especially not stars like Jamar Chase. It sounds unbelievable. But that's the world we're living in right now, and it shows just how wild the spotlight can be when you're one of the league's top talents. But let's focus on the bigger picture here, because there's something way more exciting. This is the final Sunday without football. That's right. Next week, the Bengals are back on the field, and the long wait is officially over. Hearing that out loud just hits differently, doesn't it? The energy, the build-up, the countdown, all of it points to what should be another unforgettable season in Cincinnati. The Bengals are stacked, expectations are sky high, and fans are ready for another playoff run. Between Joe Burrow leading the offense, Jamar Chase proving why he's one of the best receivers in the league, and a defense that refuses to quit, this year feels special. And honestly, I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. So here's the takeaway. Football is back. The Bengals are ready. And hopefully, the only time we'll see Chase gritty this season is in the end zone, where it belongs. You know, the whole situation almost sounds unreal. An NFL superstar like Jamar Chase having to remind people, I'm not here to dance for you. That's definitely not something I expected to see in 2025. It's bizarre. It's funny in a way, but it also shows just how strange fan interactions can get when you're one of the biggest names in football. At the end of the day, Chase should be known for what he does best, torching defenses, making highlight catches, and celebrating touchdowns in the end zone, not dealing with awkward requests off the field. That's all for now, Bengals fans. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Chase will eventually pull off that Chad Johnson tribute celebration this season? Or is he saving it for the perfect moment? Either way, one thing's for sure. Football is back. The Bengals are back. And it's going to be one wild ride. I'll catch you all in the next one. Who day?